But another game I play a lot is WWE, 2K, back when, even before, back it was like SmackDown versus Raw. But the one thing that I enjoyed was the commentary because you were always on it, and, JR was usually on it. And it was great to hear the commentary in the video game. Well, it's been, you've been on every single year for commentary. And they announced the commentary team for WWE 2k18, and it's going to be Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. No more Jerry Lawler. Did they tell you? Did they warn you? Like, hey, we're not going to have you on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, yeah, because you have to start. We would always start, say, like for the 2K17 game, we started that in probably January or February of that year, like 2017. So they started doing the commentary and the voiceovers for the 2018 game. Gosh, I'm sure back in February or so. And yeah, they told me that they were gonna make a change. I mean, basically, and I knew it was coming when I wasn't doing Raw or SmackDown anymore. That's just the way they do. They keep it up to date. The announcers on the video game are the announcers that people are used to hearing on either Monday or Tuesday night. So no, it was not unexpected or anything like that. And it was just that was the reason for it. I mean, and I knew it was coming when I got taken off of SmackDown. So yeah, it was, and quite a hit in the pocketbook too. That's what I really miss about it because it paid really well. But I think we talked one time about it was a long, grueling process to go to down to Orlando and sit for. We would do 4-hour sessions at a time, for 2 days in a row, and that was literally almost every week. And so when you sit there for 4 hours and just read the same line over and over and over, and all you're doing maybe is changing, the name of the person, and then you doing the commentary, you never know how that line is going to be used in the game. I mean, it may be used in an NXT match, or it may be used in a WrestleMania match. So you have to try to have the same enthusiasm and the same energy every time you read every line in that the commentary script. So it was, and when you sit there for 4 straight hours and just do something like, oh my gosh, there's an F5 from Brock Lesnar, and then oh my gosh, a spear from Roman Reigns, and then you just keep going, one right after the other, and for 4 hours it becomes a long, grueling process. So my hat's off to especially Michael Cole. Michael could really multitask and can really multitask. I mean, Michael will be doing the, he'll be doing the commentary where you look up and you read your lines off a computer screen in front of you. But Michael will also have his laptop open, and he'll be writing somebody an email and on his laptop, and he'll be checking his phone for a Twitter message or something on his phone, and be doing the commentary lines at the same time. So it's a lot tougher than it looks, but Michael Cole can really handle all that really well. So like I said, my hat's off to all those guys, because it's a lot of hard work that goes into that. I think that the fans and the kids and people that are playing the game don't really and then of course that's the way it's supposed to be. You don't really appreciate what goes on behind the scenes to put one of these games together, but it's a lot of work and a lot of thought and a lot of energy goes into putting these games together.
Now, do they tell you these lines, or do you come up with your own, like your own little, because you have your one-liners, you have your quips, your little insults?
Yeah, no, it was both. I mean, okay. They have a script. They would have a script for you every day. And then, and of course, what we would usually have to do is Michael would have a line, and then I would have a line, or either I would have a line and then Michael would have a line that followed mine, and they would be, go together, and then we'd start another line. And what I always hated was they would have a line like for Michael Cole that said, I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but that said, say for instance, if Michael. It said, the script would say, Michael Cole, and the line would say, what a vicious F5 from Brock Lesnar. And the next line would say, King, and my line would be ad lib. And so right. So I would have to just sit there. I mean, it was much easier to just read the lines rather than all of a sudden having to sit there and come up with, especially when you're not really seeing the match, you're not really seeing the action or whatever, so if Michael said, "Oh, what a vicious F5 from Brock Lesnar," and then it said ad lib for me, I would have to say something like, "Oh my gosh, he really planted him," or "Oh, that could be it. He's finished."
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But most of the time, we actually have the lines written out.